o kia ora koutou katoa no mai hara mai I tēnei pō mo te kemu o Poi Uka. Welcome ladies and gentlemen to this Premier Men's match-up, the Pure Athletic Championship Premier Men's match-up. It'll be a repeat of last year's grand final. Northcote Maroon will be out in the field taking on the Northcote Gold side. Let's take a little look at the Northcote Maroon lineup for you. Just a couple of changes in the lineup you see in front of you defensively, left to right in the outfield. We Nick Lanigan, centre fielder is Hoihepa Monk, right fielder today is Harry Common, hot corner third base for the Maroon side today is Jesse Fuller. At shortstop, the mainstay for them is Caleb Rona. Second base is Hugh Davies. First baseman Seth Gibson. Behind the dish doing the catching is Logan Fraser-List, and the start on the hill was listed as Blake Radford, but the designated player will take the hill. That is Dylan Fraser-List. Offensively for the Gold side now, batting order looks like this. JP Gerbes leads off the third baseman. Brock Atiawa, the shortstop. He'll be hitting two today. Put it on at a pitcher. Will hit for himself in the three spot. Andrew Van Trippian, the Dutchie. He'll be catching, hitting clean up today. Ryan Love, Moana Hibbert 5 and 6 in the order. Morgan Natana Wihongi gets a start at left field. Who's hitting 7? Gabe Wharepoti in the 8th spot, and Quinton Lynch will round out the batting order for the boys from Northcote Gold. A repeat of last year's grand final. Here we go, first pitch, Premier Men's softball. And Fraser-List pumps one on the inside edge here of JP Gerbes. Gerbes, New Zealand under-19 squad member, and now in the 23s Major Sox squad as well, greatest squad. Swings at the next pitch, so 2 strikes in the hole early for the young star Gerbes. Dylan Fraser-List, outstanding hurler. As he hangs a change up through the top of the zone. Good morning, good afternoon, night. Young fella, he says, as he picks up the first out via strikes. That'll bring up the bat now. Brock Atiawa. Also went away with the Major Sox to the World Cup in Paraná, Argentina a year or so ago. Made the move from Auckland United, where he's been for the last handful of years, back to his original club here, Northcote, now playing his softball. Drop ball down low. Top of the first innings here in this Pure Athletic Championship Premier Men's match-up. This one bends inside a little harder. Defensively for the Maroon side, they are sound. Hoihepa Monk, the Black Sox star at centre field. Nick Lanigan from playing his winter softball in Vancouver, Canada, ranging out there. As we see Atiawa pick up a walk, and he'll be the first base runner in this evening's matchup. That'll bring up a fellow Black Sox star, Pita Rona. We saw Pita just earlier this year in Prince Albert, Canada, qualify the Black Sox for the World Cup finals next year in July. Outstanding job on the pitching circle for New Zealand in that one. Pick-off attempt down to first base. He's back in time. This Northcote side littered with New Zealand players. Seth Gibson, Hugh Davies on the right-hand side. We're teammates of Caleb Rona at shortstop, and the U19 national team that went away to Prince Albert themselves a couple of cycles ago. Picked up a bronze medal there, that campaign. This one comes down the zone. So 1 ball and 1 strike here as Atiawa looks on from first base. Josh King stepping in to the coach's role. Freshly back from the Czech Republic, Josh King. Haven't had a chance to catch up with how that season went. And this one comes in off the hand And Rona will be hit by pitch here. They're going to call it a foul ball, but I think it's one of those that catches maybe the pinky on the butt of the bat at the same time. So not very pleasant for the batter pitcher, Pita Rona, player coach. Lucky for him, hit him on the glove hand, not the pitching hand. Dylan Fraser-Lewis has got off to a great start in the 2024 North Harbour competition with his Maroon side at his back. Rise ball to the screen. Atiawa's off to the races. He'll be safely down to second base now in scoring position. This one just on the outside edge. Tamara, can I get you to drop off the scoreboard for a second? We've got to fix something. And a good pitch by Fraser-Lewis gets the job done for the second out. So both outs via the strikeout here from the hard throwing right-hander. Scoreboard is good to go now. Andrew Van Strippian will step in to go to work here. Starting catcher. Another player that has got a bit to say too. Another player has made his way back to his original club. Spent the last handful of years over at Roosters here at North Harbour. Dutchie, affectionately known as. Back at Northcote this year. And he'll catch for the side today. Outside this time. He takes a long look at the umpire behind the dish. We've got a good umpiring crew on this one. Brody Donald out at third base officiating. Bridget Baker is officiating at second base. And behind the dish, internationally accredited umpire, Bryden Wells. Taking care of a little bit of paperwork there for the Northcote side. It looks like there might be a late change in the lineup. We'll soon see when that comes up. Van Strippian now anyway. One and one the count on the catcher, Van Strippian. Two outs here. And he'll get him on the outside edge with a good delivery. Moves it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fraser-Lewis stepping back. Ready now. Inside out swing will skid it back to the boundary fence behind the catcher. Atiawa will jog back to second base as Van Strippian steps back in. Time called here with a runner at second base and Atiawa, the Fraser-Lewis battery pairing of Logan behind the dish and Dylan on the hill want to make sure they're on the same page. And only them can see that page, if you know what I mean. 1-2 the count. Ground ball fouls this one off. Van Strippian stays alive in the at-bat here. Beautiful day here today locally, 21 degrees Celsius. A little bit of breeze, but hardly any really. Kind of fluttering left to right in the outfield. Maybe a little bit advantage to the batter, but there's not enough in there really to cause any major change to the play today. Picture perfect softball playing with her here on opening day for all the grades. What a spectacle it was too. Bouncy castle was up for the kids. And a low lifter on the inside edge takes care of business. Fraser Liss continues his hot form. He's through the first unscathed. They'll leave one stranded. Back with more action in the lineups in the bottom of the first next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you along here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium as we've got ourselves a good one going on here. Real good one going on between a repeat of the grand final last year, Northcote Gold taking on Northcote Maroon. Let's have a look at Northcote Gold's defensive lineup for you today here in this matchup. Maybe a couple of changes to the roster you see in front of you. Left to right in the outfield, Morgan Nātana Wihongi. At centre field today is Gabe Whare Pody. Right fielder today is the Rhino, Ryan Love. Hock on a third base, JP Gerbes. Shortstop today, Brock Attawell. Starting second baseman is Quinton Lynch. Moana Hibbert gets to start at first base. Andrew Van Stripping behind the dish for the Black Sox superstar Pitarona on the hill. Offensively for the Maroon side, it'll be Caleb Bonner leading off, followed by Seth Gibson in the 2 spot. Hohepa Monk, Hugh Davies, Nick Lanigan. The top 5 hitters for this Maroon side are danger with a capital D. Logan Fraser Liss, Dylan Fraser Liss in the 6 and 7 spot. Jesse Fuller, Harry Common will round out the batting order for the boys from Northcote Maroon. No score in the bottom of the first innings as we get underway here with more action. As Pitarona throws a first delivery. Comes inside hard. Quinton Lynch, an outstanding second baseman, gets the start today for the Gold side. Pitarona, hard throwing right-hander, as we mentioned, represents New Zealand at the World Cup a couple of years ago right here at Rosedale Park, North Harbour, and then away to the qualifying tournament this winter. Through a gem. and said, "Here I am, world, come and get me if you can." It's been a busy man on the international scene, has put it on, playing in Australia a couple of times, Japan a handful of times. And now, of course, back playing his softball right here in his home ground, Rosedale Ballpark. And outside corner right at the top. Gets the spot there, does Rona, and picks up the first strikeout here. You can see the form of Pitarona there with a rise ball right at the top of the zone. You'd think Andrew Van Strippen was Picasso with the way that he frames that pitch. Seth Gibson now. Hard right-hander. Callum Ryan, head coach for this Maroon side. Just missing the outside edge. Gibson, heavy hitting left-hander. Brock Atiawa at shortstop will have to be on his game. He is quick down the base path as well. The rise ball's too hard to catch up with. You can see it on that. Is on a mission here today. Northcote brought their premier team with Roosters, bringing their premier team back to North Harbour a couple of years ago for the betterment of softball here on the North Shore. Change of pace misses just inside. Both teams made an agreement to split their rosters into two. Has spread the talent. Youngsters like JP Gerbes on screen gets a start here to build their depth. And of course, when Roosters or Northcote head away to the big tournaments around the country in the calendar year, they'll select the tournament team from these two premier sides to do just that. Gibson with a walk down to first base. An opportunity now for the other fellow Black Sox star. As we see Gibson watch that drop ball on the outside edge. It's one of the key things about Gibson. Won't swing at a bad pitch. Off and running on the first pitch. And he is gone early. Gibson called out by first base umpire Bridget Baker. So base runner erased early. See, he arrived there early. That's because he left early. So two down here and the ball on the pitch, I believe, for Hohepa Monk. Drop ball outside. We'll see it now as Rona on the hill. Just skids away inside. Monk, one of those batters that won't swing at anything outside the zone. Real fastidious with the zone, that's for sure. This one comes through the bottom of the zone. Monk now. 3-1 count. This one will come through the zone. You can see Van Strippen and Rona, the battery pairing for the gold side in the field here, working side to side. Hugh Davies watching on, waiting for his opportunity next. And this one on the outside edge, they'll check the pitch, and yes, he did. And it's a clean innings, 1, 2, 3 for both sides here, as the walk issue is erased on leaving early. And we got no score in this one. More action to come in the top of the second when we come back. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. More chins than a Chinese phone book. Craig Fuller there enjoying the festivities. Supposed to be up in commentary, but he's obviously doing something else down in the beer garden. That'll teach you, Craig Fuller. More chins than a Chinese telephone phone book. Oh, beauty. I love this game. Premier Men's match up here, bottom of the first innings. Gold versus Maroon, repeat of last year's grand final matchup. Ryan Love will lead off here, the big hard-hitting right fielder. He'll be followed by Moana Hibbert, the first baseman, and left fielder Morgan Nātana Wihongi. And a big swing on the low lifter. I mentioned Dylan Fraser-List has started the season with good form. You can see the coaching staff today. Josh Kingy, fresh off the plane from the Czech Republic. This one's on the outside edge, is a beauty. 4 strikeouts on the day for Fraser-List already. Moana Hibbert, there's Josh Kingy. As mentioned, just freshly back from the Czech Republic. Of course, the LA Dodgers won the World Series. Congratulations to Josh Kingy and Dave Roberts and all the other Dodgers supporters around the country, including this one commentator here for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. Good day indeed. Freddie Freeman. Boy, they're going to make a statue of that guy, I tell you. Nick Lanigan standing on watching like a statue at left field. Oh, down Main Street from Fraser-List will put Hibbert in the hole here, 0-2. See in the dugout there's young Jackson Gerbes. Made his debut for the Premier side 2 weeks ago. This one fouls back, he'll be ready if required. He's the designated runner today for the Maroon team. Fraser-List has got all the pitches, drop ball, the lifter's got good purchase. And a little, I was going to say the change-up's not bad, but that pitch probably tells you how good it is right now. I've got to say, though, his rise ball as the youngster wasn't bad, needed some work. And we were lucky enough to have the services of Paul Alga for a year here in Northcote. And he spent some time with Fraser-List, teaching him Paul Alga's favourite pitch. So rise ball's much better these days. Alfie, if you're watching today, big shout out to you, my friend. Haven't caught up for a while. Look forward to doing that at some stage. Drop ball's good too from Fraser Lewis, and it's back-to-back strikeouts. And if you go back to the first innings, that's 4 in a row. Look at the form here of Fraser Lewis leaping, rolling over the top of that drop ball to his brother's catching mitt. They'll check the swing on the youngster, and yes, he does go, the left fielder, Morgan Nātana Wihongi. He would like to be Hohepa Monk one day. Nātana Wihongi making his debut 2 weeks ago for this gold team. Picked up a couple of hits and RBI, 2 games he played. Fantastic debut by the young fella, Nātana Wihongi, and he'll go down to first base now with hit by pitch. Welcome to Premier Softball, young man. See, this one just gets the underside of the front arm, forearm. Is that forearm? What's that bit from the elbow to the shoulder? That part of the arm, anyway. Sounds like someone's just set off the alarm in the stadium here. It's all fixed now. As Gabe Wharepoti will step in the bat. Wharepoti, a right-handed player, right-handed hitter. Making the shift to the left side this year. Dean Rice will be happy about seeing that. He's lightning quick across the ground. Got a good eye for the game in the strike zone. So he's attempting to bring slap hitting into his forte as a lefty from the opposite side of the batter's box. This one's inside, he fights it off. And that one on the outside edge will take care of business. 3 strikeouts and a hit by pitch does the gold side. And the top of the second innings, no score in it. More action to come here, live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Opening day, baby.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Welltech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Bottom of the first innings, apologies, bottom of the second innings. As we see a puppy is in the house. That'll keep the director happy. Matt Jordan, he is the dog whisperer. He's also the name badge whistler as well. Hugh Davies will lead off here for the Maroon side in the bottom of the second innings. Hits this one hard and Lynch is right there, but they call an illegal pitch on the delivery from the third base umpire. And there's another puppy. He's like, what illegal pitch? I don't know what you're talking about, Chopper. How cute is that dog? It is a legal pitch, so it is the option of the batting team to take the play or not. In this case, they got the ground ball to get the out at one, so they're electing not to take the out. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike when they do come back. And so the umpire's just discussing the situation. Looks like they're talking a bit about the front foot. We might get a close-up of the front foot of the pitcher Ronna here to see what's happening. I see him talking with the umpire here, Bryden Wells. Of course, there's a few requirements. Got to start with 1 foot on the pitching block with those size 26 cleats of Ronna. And then make your start from that point. You can't step off with that foot until you're actually in the act of making the delivery. Back to the action now. 1-1 the count. This one comes inside. Moves the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Bottom of the second innings. No score so far in this Premier Men's North Harbour matchup. One comes inside. Look, they're trying to tie up young Davies, not allow him to free up his arms here. Davies will be followed by Nick Lanigan and Logan Fraser-List. First 3 batters for a Maroon team at the bottom of the second. Great to have you along. Just want to give a shout out to our viewers across the Motu, Aotearoa and New Zealand, of course, the world that tune in these days. Fantastic to have you along for today's matchup. Really, really is. I tell you, you can do a little bit of fun if you like. Let us know where you're watching from as a rise ball inside undoes Davies. Picks up the strikeout here to start the second innings. Put a comment in the stream there of where you're watching from. Maybe who you think's going to win. Northcote Gold, Ronna, or Northcote Maroon, Dylan Fraser-List. There you go. Don't know how your dog click is going at home, but with Matt Jordan, the director in the house, you're going to see lots of those shots today. This one inside out swing. That one just missed our first base camera operator. Up on the Swift Construction Hire lift today. Must be about 15 metres or so up in the air. There he is right there. Ignacio Gatti, a.k.a. Iggy. Drop ball inside and Lanigan lets it go. I tell you what, fantastic. Great to have you along, like I said, viewing here. Brilliant to have you along. Good to have Jeff White all the way from Ontario, Canada, tuned in tonight. Kia ora to you, Jeff. That's hello in the native language of New Zealand, Māori. Hope you're enjoying tonight's game. Got to be getting late in Ontario at the moment. But I tell you what, those guys are built for fast pitch softball in Canada. And glad to have you along tonight's match. Who's going to win? Let us know. Rise ball outside. Of course, Nick Lanigan spent his winter North American summer in Vancouver, Canada this year. Good mate of mine was one of his hosts for that time there. Rise ball inside, and it's picture perfect. As Lanigan will go down for the second out. The team's starting to walk off there. 2 away. Of course, the strikeout to Davies, the strikeout to Lanigan. It goes with a strikeout from Monk back in the first innings. 3 in a row here now from Pitarona. Both pitchers dealing at this point. Of course, my old mate from Vancouver, Canada that hosted Nick Lanigan. Randall Thompson tuning in tonight. Kia ora, Randall. Hope you're doing well, mate. Asked, which team am I going for? Of course, Northcote's my own club as well. I've got a son playing for the Gold side at third base today. Young JP fielding right now. So I guess if I had to pick, it'd be the Maroon team. No, I mean the Gold team. Just joking. Depends. If he gets a hit, then it's the Gold team. If he doesn't, go home and clean your bedroom, young man. Just joking. He's a good kid. Very proud of all my kids. All playing softball today. Madison playing for Otahuhu Premier Women's team. Doubleheader over at Starling Park today. Haven't heard the results from those games. They played the Patriots and Mount Albert Ramblers, who have geared up this season. You see Quinton Lynch looking on. And the young fellow Jacko had a game of Prem Reserves earlier. Now on the bench for the Prem men here today at the age of 14. 15 just turned. Better get that correct. This one's up top. Logan Fraserless now. All you can do us a favour, of course, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow or like the Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting Facebook page to get all the action as Gerbes comes in with a throw over in time to take care of business. And that'll do a 1, 2, 3 innings. He's faced the minimum as Pitarona through 2 complete. No score, more action when we come back.
Best travel advice comes from someone who's been there, done that, and knows how it feels. At House of Travel.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium, top of the third innings. Quinton Lynch that'll lead off the second baseman, then the top of the shop, JP Gerbes and Brock Atiawa, 1, 2 and 3. This one just coming through the top of the zone. This one on the outside edge, and Lynch will go down on strikes. Yep. So one away here, top the shop now. JP Gerbes will come in to face Dylan Fraser-Liss. Got a good one going on here today. 7 strikeouts already in the match. Starts off Gerbes with a strike. Josh Kingy finished with top batter for Northcote last season here domestically. Watching on, waiting his opportunity. I'm sure that will happen next week. This one on the outside edge. 2 strikes now in the hole is Gerbes. And can't catch up to that one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Gerbes goes down on strikes. 2 away here. Peter Crook is picking the Maroon side to win today. Kia ora, Peter, all the way down in Taranaki, New Plymouth. Made the move. Fell in love, bought a house, now sitting on the beach. Almost sounds romantic, doesn't it? Good man, Peter. Spent a couple of years up here after being in Hutt Valley. Now, as we mentioned, he's in love down in New Plymouth. Of course, over in Diamond 2 here, the 2 Roosters sides are playing each other, red and black. We'll try and get an update on the score of that one for you at some stage. Of course, you can see that coverage. We're going to the Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting YouTube channel. There is a specific stream for Diamond 2 that'll run all day. And, of course, those 2 premier teams battling each other right now. Roosters in black and Roosters red. Attawell looks outside. There's only been 2 base runners being on today so far. Attawell with a walk and Morgan Ngātana-Wihongi with a hit by pitch. Everyone else has struck out. Just misses outside, so it's back-to-back walks for Attawell in today's match. 2 away here. We'll bring up Pitarona. Roosters red leading 8-0 at this point over on Diamond 2 level off field. Nicholas Klaus is in the house. Not too sure whether he's playing for the red or the black team yet. I haven't heard that. Czech Republic international star. And they've got Koyama, the Japanese ace pitcher, coming over as well. So Roosters are gearing up for the season. Again, just want to thank you all for tuning into these live images from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here on Auckland's North Shore. It's our privilege to bring you today's broadcast on behalf of the North Harbour Softball Association through Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. 3 straight balls here for Rona. Andrew Van Strippen, the catcher, waiting on with 2 outs. This one down low. Don't forget to let us know where you're watching from. You see, got quite a few people watching on the different channels. We obviously send it out on the North Harbour Facebook page, North Harbour Softball Facebook page. Northcote in that case, as Northcote is playing as well, their Facebook page. This one clips the inside edge. That'll fill up the count 3 and 2. Of course, Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting, you'll find all of the softball action. And Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting YouTube channel. So a couple of different channels or options for you to watch today. 3-2 count. Runner will be in motion. Inside out swing will go foul. Over the beer garden. That was Mr. Chin. Craig Fuller going on down in the beer garden. Here he is talking like normal with a black hat on there. Heine Shannon, head coach for Bears this year. He's passing on some knowledge to young Dylan Tonkin. Fantastic man to catch up with is Heine. Back to the action here on Diamond 1. 3-2. Runner in motion. And the drop ball is good, real good, from Dylan Fraser List. 9 strikeouts on the day so far. He has got it going on. Every single out, a strikeout through 3 innings from the right-hander, Dylan Fraser List. No score. Bottom 3 coming up next.
You lot in the travel game then?
Yeah, how's the travel?
Oh, well, you're still in business, eh? Because I thought you would have gone the way of the dinosaurs by now.
Sorry?
Okay, so look, I'm checking out flights to South America online. Oh, Buenos Aires. Oh, yes, please. A bit of a tango. Then Iguazu Falls, Cusco. Fly down to Rio. Then home. 20 minutes, I'm sorted. That's the way to go.
All separate tickets.
Whatever.
Pricey?
$4,000.
Have you booked yet?
Yeah, soon.
Only I could save you $900.
Really?
Might see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Who's that? Oh, that is Lucy. It's my travel agent. Yeah? Oh, yeah. The way to go. You guys are doing a great job. All right, keep it up. Brilliant.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and Dylan Fraser List is pitching a jam here for the Maroon team. All over it. 9 strikeouts from the 3 innings pitched so far. Every single out is strikeout. He will lead off here, the batting for the Maroon side in the 3rd innings. He's down 2 strikes quickly against the right-hander, puts it on it. Followed by Jesse Fuller hitting 2 this innings, and Harry Common batting in the 9th spot, but 3rd here this innings. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. There's Blake Redford, the other starting pitcher for this Maroon team. Watching on from first base at this point as Dylan Fraser List is dealing. That one just a little bit too low. Fraser List contemplating. Knows it's one of those type of games that one at-bat can be the difference. 1 pitch. Leans back. Here comes the 2-2. And it's a Texas leaguer from Fraser List. Picks up the first hit of the ball game for the Maroon side here in the 3rd innings. Look at the smile on his face. Low lifter, he just punches it up the middle. There's the slow-mo. And the centre field, courtesy of Broadcast Arts in the house today. How good are these slow-mos you're seeing? Hope you're enjoying our coverage. It's our privilege to do that, of course. Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting loves the game of softball. Really like showcasing the talents. Talking about talents, the young fellas on. Jackson Gerbes in the run for the Maroon team. There's another young fella batting, Jesse Fuller. And shows bunt, he's down, looking to leg it out. Gerbes to second base and dives back just in the nick of time. So runner in scoring position here, playing a bit of small ball the Maroon side as Harry Common will come up next. A sacrifice bunt for Fuller. Just safely into second base, the young kid, only 15 years old, Jacko, the DR today. You've got to wait till you turn 15 before you can play Premier Softball here in North Harbour. As soon as he turned 15, he's like, put me in, coach. Put me in. Harry Common now will step in, try and convert the youngster from second base for the Maroon side. One away, bottom of the third innings. Just waves at that rise ball on the outside edge. And great to have you along here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for watching today. It's our privilege to do that for you. Of course, you can see you watching from all over the Motu and Te Ao, all over New Zealand and the world. Let us know where you're watching from. Gerbes is off and he'll swipe third base. Young fella showing a little something. 60 feet away from scoring the first run. Defense is going to be asked the question. There goes Gerbes to third base. I like that. 15 years of age. Back yourself, kid. Back yourself. Rise ball on the outside edge is good, and it punches. Common down for the strikes. So 2 away here. They'll go back to the top of the shop. Caleb Rona. Let's see if they can't get him out. And it looked like on that play where Gerbes stole third base, they were going to try a back pick as the shortstop went to second. But Gerbes took off straight away to 3. All right, they'll be up to the shortstop now to try and convert. Slow ground ball. The other Gerbes will make the throw over in time, and we will stay scoreless here through 3 complete. We've got ourselves a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Repeat of last year's grand final. Northcote Gold and the white, playing a Northcote Maroon. Pitarona passing on some instruction, making sure we're on the same page moving forward. No score, more action when we come back though.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Hangry Moments.
What's your kitty's name?
It's a puma. Thank you.
Jack Link's Jerky, the protein-packed way to feed your wild side.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 4th innings. Scoreless Premier Men's matchup so far between the Northcote Gold side and the White Tops batting here against Northcote Maroon out in the field. Andrew Van Strippen will get him started for the Gold side here in the 4th innings. Be followed by Ryan Love and Moana Hibbert. 1, 2, and 3. Just looking for your predictions here today. Who's going to win, Maroon or Gold? We've got Peter Crook had picked Maroon so far, and of course we've got Tracy Kemp, all the way from Brisbane, Australia. They've got the game on the big screen in the lounge. Kia ora to you, Tracy, and the family. Hope you're enjoying yourselves, and I hope softball is good over there. Of course, their son, Corey, playing his first season in New Zealand for Tortona Park Softball Club in Wellington. Got a chance to see him last weekend. Got to say, a little rat bag beat my Northcote U23 team last Sunday, but good on him too. Wishing him the best of luck. And Strippian, an outstanding catcher. Fraser List, the hurler for the Maroon side's on point at this point. Nine strikeouts on the day through the first 3 innings. So every out, as you can probably imagine, is a strikeout. The only blemish for him is 1 hit by pitch and 2 walks. Nick Lanigan looking over from, ask me a question, can your pants get any higher? That one down low, and there's the 10th strikeout of the day for Fraser List. Brother behind there indicating 1 out, Logan behind the dish. Here's another high panter. Look at the batter here. And Strippian sees a drop or looks good, but it just bends away last minute, doesn't it? This one down low to Ryan Love, the right fielder for the Gold side. This one's down low. So if you're just tuning in, this is opening weekend for the whole of the North Harbour Softball Association's grades. All the kids, like young Caleb Verona was one day. Under 5s got underway, the under 7s, 9s, 11s, 13s, 15s. Under 17 girls got underway last night here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. The under 19 and 17 boys underway last night as well. And then the other adult grades, Div 1, 2 and 3. Got their start as well. Well, actually Div 1 men all start at a new time and on Monday night at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. New initiative from North Harbour Softball, 3 playing days, Friday night, Saturdays and Monday night. I'll check the swing on the outside edge from Love, and he did hold. So full count here. Still looking for your predictions. Who's going to win today, Maroon or Gold in this Premier Men's matchup? Let us know. Oh, that one comes off the back of the helmet. They'll just make sure that Love is okay here, as he'll take a slow walk down to first base. Right off the side of the helmet. And luckily, as you can see, it kind of glanced. Didn't take the full blow of it. Thank goodness. A scary moment there for Ryan Love, that's for sure. That's why you've got those good batting helmets from Easton in the dugout. Right there, see the Easton sign on the back of his helmet? And Ryan Love, he's a tough character. He's like, I'm all good, mate, I'm all good. I'm from out west. One a Hibbert now. This first pitch is down low. Dylan Fraser List struck him out back in the second innings. I just want to give a shout out to Sandra Watson from Milford, Nova Scotia, Canada. Of course, her son threw the game prior to this. And David Watson, Bubba, had a perfect game going into the 6th innings. Not one base runner to first base, let alone a hit. Outstanding. And unfortunately, my commentator, we talked about it off here, of course, as you do. You never mentioned it on here. That's a perfect game going. And he mentions that when we came back from the innings break, and sure enough, first pitch, it's a hit to the outfield and breaks the perfect game for David Watson. They do hold on, though. Hibiscus Coast to complete game shutout between Watson and Barreto, the relief pitcher, for 4-0 victory. And Love just tangled up. He will get the third base by, I believe they call that obstruction, but no, they're going to send him back. You can see here the throw down to second base. Just a little short hops the shortstop. And the contact there, cleat on the leg of Rona. No love lost between these two Northcote sides. And then here, there's a bit of a wrestle. Rona's, you're not going nowhere. Look at his legs tripping him up. That'll teach you, son. You're not going nowhere. Here comes Hoepa Monk. He was going to tackle him too. Morgan, Nātana Wihungi now. So kia ora to Sandra anyway. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Great to have you watching as always. Jeff White from Canada thinks the gold side's got the edge. Who do you think's going to win tonight's matchup? Of course, it's all about the bragging rights and, of course, the points table. Get another win in the win column as they march their way through the Premier Men's Division here in North Harbour Softball. Season runs from middle of September all the way to the middle of March. So you can imagine there's quite a few games played in the season. Two Northcote sides, two Roosters sides in the competition, Hibiscus Coast, East Coast Bays, and the match we saw before us earlier. Birkdale Falcons and the new boys on the block, Waitakere Bears. Really made a splash when they joined the competition, as he's done it again. Strikeout victim. Boy, oh boy, Dylan Fraser-List has got it on a string here, as this one will pump through the zone. And he picks up another strikeout. Every out of the ball game so far from Dylan Fraser-List has been a strikeout. No score. More action to come. Bottom of the fourth coming up next.
Are you lot in the travel game, then?
Yeah, how's the travel?
Oh, well, you're still in business, eh? Because I thought you would have gone the way of the dinosaurs by now.
Sorry?
Okay, so, look, I'm checking out flights to South America online. Oh, Buenos Aires.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. We've got a real good one going on the bottom of the fourth innings. We're all scoreless at this point. Where Zeth Gibson will step in to go to work. You can see Morgan Nātana Wihungi getting a start at left field. Third start at the Premier level for the youngster, only 16 years of age. Drop ball on the outside edge. Gibson's like, oh, I like that pitch. Head coach Callum Ryan's like, okay, we'll swing it at the outside set, lifter this time by the looks. Boy, beautiful. He gets him. Gibson's like, you sure? Are you sure? Perorona says, yes, he is, as he picks up his sixth strikeout of the match. It'll bring up the Black Sox centre fielder here, Hohepa Monk, after Gibson's retired. Rise ball inside, bends Monk back around. Really got it going on here today, haven't they? Both pitchers dealing at this point. Rona leans back. This one's too high, so hitters count now for Monk. Monk now an aggressive hitter when it's in the zone. Knows he's got a potential pitch to hit here. This one's down low. He holds back somehow, some way. This one's down low, but comes through the zone though, clipping the bottom edge. So still a hitter's count here for Monk, 3-1. Rona steps back. Rise ball's too high and Monk just won't bite, will he? Down to first base for the walk. Going to bring up Hugh Davies now. With one away here. In the bottom of the fourth innings. There's one down the pipeline. And even else, we've got some bonus coverage coming after this match. Just sprung on me earlier. There's a Premier Women's match up. The two North Harbour teams in the NFS competition. Roosters taking on the Bandits. And as the Bandits, it's a home game for the women. They will be a shield match, the current holders of the shield. So that one's due to start at 6:30 p.m. right here. Some of our crew will have to leave, unfortunately, at that time, but we'll try to bring that coverage for you anyway. As this one fouls off. No balls and 2 strikes, and the kids are in the house. They're having a good time. Of course, over on Diamond 2, there's action as well. So we see that rise ball. We can see the rotation on that, can't you? Broadcast arts. High definition slow-mo cameras picking that up for us. There's another strikeout victim as Davis goes down. 7 strikeouts on the day for Pizzarona. Nick Lanigan now. Fresh back from Randall Thompson's penthouse downtown Vancouver for the winter. Really struggled there, I'm sure. This ball's good as it bites through the zone. Off and running on the pitch, around the back door. Hohepa Monk with a bit of acrobatics in his slide too, safely in his second base. See on the slow-mo here. Rise ball pitch out for Van Schrippien, but look at this slide around the corner. Even had the shortstop, Atiawa, diving for cover. So, scoring opportunity now. Runs are going to come in a premium in this match. Opportunity here for Lanigan. Drop balls down. Monk is off. Safe to the third base. We're 60 feet away from opening their scoring here, the Maroon side. The bottom of the fourth innings. Hard hurt ball, Lanigan going back to the track. And Natana Wihungi back there to reel it in. Nick Lanigan just off that one. We're through 4 complete here. No score in it, but boy, oh boy, it was close. Natana Wihungi gets her done, as does Pita Rona. Top of the 5th coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond 2 action here. Roosters Red taking on Roosters Black. The report earlier on the game, as you can see, loaded bases there. The red side was up 8-0. Don't know exactly the score right now for you, but if you want to catch that action, go over to Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting YouTube channel, and you can find a separate stream for Diamond 2 that goes all day. They'll have a scoreboard up there so you can keep track of what's going on yourself. Top of the 5th innings here for the gold side batting. It'll be Gabe Wharepoti leading off, followed by Quinton Lynch. And then top of the order, J.P. Gerbes. They're going to find a way to undo Josh Kingy there, stand-in coach at third base. We'll put it on it today. Find a way to undo the pitching of Dylan Fraser-List here. Through 4 innings, every out has been a strikeout. And they'll check to see if he went on that one, and he's got the call anyway. And it looked like to us he did. You'll see it in the replay. But they'll check it. They'll ask the question. You can see here, he just undoes him in this rise ball on the inside edge. I'm going for it. I can't get it, and I can't hold back it either. So he called it well. Bryden Wells, WBSC accredited international umpire these days, went away to Tokyo, Japan. I think it was the Under-15 Girls World Cup. May have had one more trip as well, but fantastic to see his development in the international game as well as for New Zealand softball. Quinton Lynch now, another left-hander. Tyler King. There, just keeping himself loose and ready. He's one of the other pitchers or positional player for the Maroon side here today. This one pops up and goes foul. And it looks like he's out. We might try and get a replay on that last action. Quinton Lynch just stepping out of the box as he hit the ball. Maybe if we can find a replay on it, possibly for you, we'll see. But that will be 2 down here. Let's just look at his front foot. Oh, the scoreboard's in the way. Yeah, we had to move the scoreboard today for a reason. And anyway, his foot adjudicated to be outside the batter's box when he made contact. So 2 outs here. Brings up top of the shop, J.P. Gerbes for Josh Kingy. Third base coaching. This one comes through the zone. Dylan Fraser-List has been a handful today, just dealing. Comes inside this time. Fraser List, cool, calm and collected. Pitching a gem. This one's down low as Gerbes will watch it. So hitters count now for the third baseman for the gold side. Josh King wills them on from the coaching circle. You can see Gerbes wants that pitch again just underneath the drop ball. It's got that type of game about it. One at bat, one pitch could prove the distance and a difference in this game. Full count now, 2 away. Inside out swing and camped underneath it is Davies, the second baseman. And he's done something different for once. One of the outs is not a strikeout. Fly ball to second base. However, the other 14 outs are all via the strikeout. Great game going from Dylan Fraser-List. No score, bottom 5 coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Bottom of the 15 has got a perfect one going here. A pitching duel between Pitarona for the gold side with the white shirts on. And wait a minute, there's another puppy in the house. I tell you what, dog on it here. The director, Matt Jordan. I tell you what, if you go to his house, I think he's got about 22 dogs. They've all get the birthday the same day of the year. How is that possible? I don't know, but apparently he's got dog. It's like Halloween every day at his house. Happy Halloween across the country and around the world. Love Halloween. Of course, you send the kids out trick-or-treating. And then mum and dad get to eat chocolates and lollies for the next 3 weeks. No, I don't. I don't do that. I would never do that. Back to the action here. The Maroon side batting as it's Logan Fraser-List will lead off. Set now is Rona. Hitters count for Fraser-List. Hard hit ball through the 5-6 hole. Only 2 hits on the day. Both of them have come from the Fraser-List boys. Logan, the younger brother, with the older brother now, Dylan. We've got an opportunity as you see a replay, super slow-mo of this through the 5-6 hole. Just on top of that drop ball. Good timing. The catcher, Fraser-List. The pitcher now. Dylan Fraser-List will be up next. He picked up the first hit of the ball game. It was back in the 3rd innings. with the Texas League at a centre field. No outs here. Callum Ryan, head coach for this Maroon side, with Blake Radford assisting at one at the moment while he's not pitching. So maybe some strategy to come. All down low. Seven strikeouts on the day from Pizzarona. As Callum Ryan contemplates his options for this Maroon side here in this part of the match. Bunt is down, but it'll stay in foul territory. And a shout out to a good mate of mine over in Perth, Australia, Jason Gardner, tuning in today. Kia ora, Jason. I hope you're enjoying today's matchup. Of course, one of your boys, Joe Scaramella, got his debut start for Hibiscus Coast. May not have got what he wanted to out of the offensive side of the game today, but boy, oh boy, was he good behind the dish. A collective effort through two pitches, David Watson and Leo Barreto. Complete game shutout, just one hit allowed. Almost a perfecto. And Fraser List will go down on strikes. Eighth strikeout now of the day for Pizzarona. He'll bring up Jesse Fuller. Goes to the first pitch, Fuller trying to go long. And Natana Wihongi reads it perfectly. Takes the first couple of steps back, then comes forward to make the catch here. See the rise ball just underneath it from Fuller. Aggressive hitter is Jesse. And behind, there he is. There he are coming forward. The silent assassin, Morgan Natana Wihongi, reads that perfectly to make the out. So two away here, and that'll bring up Harry Common. Into the ball game, designated runner Jackson Gerbes at first base to run for the catcher Fraser List. And on Diamond 2's all done. So Roosters Red had a healthy lead over Roosters Black. Must have finished that one early over on Diamond 2. So that'll do the coverage from level off field today. This one will foul back. Gerbes was off and running on the pitch. Already got one stolen base today, young Jacko Gerbes. Trying to add another one. This one fouls back. Harry Commons had a great start to the season so far. Simply outstanding. I was mentioning before, give a good shout out to a good mate of mine in Perth, Australia, Jason Gardner, tuning in today. Hope you're enjoying it. Of course, we saw Joe win the game earlier. He had a great game, debut for him today. I'm sure I'll catch up with him in the beer garden after this. I want to thank, of course, people like Jason and Cocky over there, Aaron Cockman, for facilitating Joe to get a chance to come over to New Zealand this summer. And, of course, taking four of our best youngsters this past winter. As we see, Common will get on with the dropped third strike. The skids off the pad of Van Strippian. Caleb Coco, Cohen Bailey, Jesse Fuller, as we saw about before, and JP Gerbes, the third baseman for the Gold side out in the field. All got a chance to play for 4 months over in Perth, Australia. And I tell you what, if you get a chance to do that yourself, you should take it with open arms. Great hospitality showed by the clubs and softball fraternity of Perth, Western Australia. Boys did it tough. Even managed to skip on across the ditch to Bali for a couple of weeks of vacation while they're over there. I tell you what, it's tough to be a softballer when you're young, isn't it? Caleb Rona now. 2 runners on. Of course, he had the opportunity back in the 3rd innings with a runner at third base. Couldn't convert. Ground ball to the third baseman, JP Gerbes. Good battle here. Brother on brother. Pitta versus Caleb batting. Waste pitch outside. 1-2 the count now. Hard hit by Varona. That'll do the trick to open the scoring. 1 will come in. And Rona will take second on the throw. The shortstop from the Maroon side has done it and broken it open here in the bottom of the 5th innings. 1 run to 0. Just leaned over and punched that one, did Rona. Common round second base, heading for 3 is Gerbes. The designated runner of 15 years of age will cross home plate for the go-ahead run here for the Northcote Maroon side. This one fouls back with the batter Seth Gibson now. A walk back in the 1st innings. A strikeout victim in the 4th was Gibson. This one away. Not far enough, though. As Commons like, no, I'm not going. It's not far enough for me. He'll retreat back to third base. I'll just check the count for you. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 away here. 2 runners in scoring position for the Maroon side. Kotene Tawa. This is the moment for sure. And Gibson over the top of the drop ball, beaning away from him this time. Common just 60 feet away at third base. Gibson now. Show and go. Lays off the rise ball outside the zone. They'll level the count. Maroon side looking to capitalise on Pitarona here in the bottom of the 5th innings. Rona leans back. Here comes the 2-2. Rise ball to the screen. And that ricochets straight back in the hands of Rona. No chance for Common to come home. Dylan Fraser-List through his first 5 innings of work. Simply outstanding. 5 times 3 is 15 outs, right? Is my maths correct? 5 innings, 3 outs an innings equals 15 outs. 14 of them from Dylan Fraser-List has been a strikeout. It's the one blemish, should pop up to second base, if you want to call it that. Any other blemishes? 2 hit pitches and 2 walks. That's the type of game Fraser-List has got on the Maroon side at this point. Outside set. Look for that edge, and they can't quite get it. And Gibson will pick up a walk and head down to first base. So a loaded bases situation after Gibson's mindful eye in the batter's box. Poses lots of pressure here as Hohepa Monk, the Black Sox centre fielder. Sees one come through the bottom of the zone. Nods in approval. But Rona broke this one, the scoreless tie with a hit to centre field to plate. The designated runner Jackson Gerbes earlier in this 5th innings. They'll check that swing on the rise ball. Or maybe they won't. So 1-1 the count here. 2 away. Rono leans back. Monk waiting. Goes at it. Underneath the drop ball. Foul back to the screen. Whoever wins this battle here wins the game in my mind. I know we're only in the bottom of the 5th innings. But this is the matchup. This is the game right here, and it's only in the 5th innings. Loaded bases. 2 away here. Maroon side has scored for 1 already. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Hohepa Monk. Ready now. And that's a good pitch through the inside edge, and Monk walks straight off. He knows when he's beat by a good pitch, and Rona picks up his 9th strikeout. The most important one of the match, if you ask me, as that will erase a bases loaded jam situation. Pitarona answering when required. 1-0. Caleb Rona drove it in the bottom of the 5th innings. That's the difference now. More action to come at the top of the 6th when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. Top of the 6th innings. We've got ourselves a good one. 1-0. The Maroon side just scored that off the bat of Pita Rona. So Caleb Rona drove in the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 5th innings. That's the difference in the game so far. The big difference is the man on the hill here, Dylan Fraser-Liston, shirt number 20, dealing today. Ground ball to third base. Fuller is there, and I'll throw that over in time. Only the 2nd out of the ball game that is not a strikeout. Yep, no, you've heard correctly. You don't need to turn the dial or change the volume. Dylan Fraser-Liston, 16 outs, 14 of them has been strikeouts today. 1 away now on the top of the 6th innings. Atiawa went out on the ground ball. Pitarona got a chance to level up the game. It's on the outside edge. Drop ball's been good. I talked about how Dylan Fraser-Liston has worked on his rise ball on the help of Paul Alga. Oh boy, his drop ball's got some purchase today too. Don't forget to let us know where you're watching from, ladies and gentlemen. It's always good to know. Of course, like the page or the stream. Follow the channel, subscribe, or whatever it's called. You guys know how to work this better than me. I'll tell you what we know how to work though, and that's the strikeout count. 15 strikeouts on the day from Fraser List with that one there on Pitarona. Andrew Van Strippian now. 2 strikeout victim tonight. Tram line doesn't quite clip. So 1 ball here. Rise ball outside this time. So 2 straight balls to Van Strippian. Settle back in now. Fraser List leans back. Change of pace, can't quite get it the landing spot. The only blemishes today from Fraser List on the hill's been 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches. It's the only way the batters got on to first base. There's one down the tram line. We'll hear Mark looking on. He had the opportunity, didn't he? Loaded bases before puts it on it. Shut the door. Inside pitch for the strikeout. Fraser List come all the way back here against Van Strippian. Top of the 6th innings here. Gold side. Then to find something going. Fouls this one off. Fraser List steps back onto the rubber. His pitching partner watching on, Blake Radford, as he will deal again. 16 strikeouts. What a game from Dylan Fraser List. Through 6 innings complete here. The form is good. The confidence is good. The results are good as well. They lead by 1 run to 0. More action to come in the bottom of the 6th when we come back.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Link's jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. We've got a good one going on. Bottom of the 6th innings, 1-run ball game. Maroon side batting here, leading at this point. It'll be Hugh Davies will lead off here for the Maroon side. He'll be followed by Nick Lanigan and Logan Fraser List. 1, 2, and 3. Pitarona as this one lifts up. Going a long way to second baseman, backing up, and he makes the catch. Quinton Lynch. As we see this one lifted Moana Hibbert's like, I can't get to that, no chance. But then coming out of the right side of the screen, or he was just around us, here he is. Quentin Lynch backing back. A little extra effort, and he makes the catch. What an out there from Quentin Lynch, all out to make the first out here of the innings. A smile on his dial as well. Nick Lanigan now, one away. Been treated some good softball here this evening. In this week 6 matchup of the Premier Men's Division, but opening day for all the other grades here in softball. It's been really cool. The kids have been here today having fun. Even the granddads have been having fun today, so that's good. Bouncy Castle was in action. Of course, Matt Jordan, the king of the double bounce to the Bouncy Castle. The kids were flying left, right, and centre. Of course, coming up next, we've got some bonus coverage for you. You can see Roosters walking into the ballpark. They'll be taking on the Bandits as we see Lanigan go down on strikes. Bandits, the holder of the shield. It'll be a shield match in the NFS Premier Women's matchup. We're going to bring that for you. A couple of our crew are going to go, unfortunately, and understandably so. They've been here since 9 a.m. this morning. Kind of the women's premier match got sprung on us late, so we'll have a couple of us who will take care of that for you, bring that on behalf of the Bandits and the Roosters tonight. Matt Jordan will have the call in that Premier Women's matchup tonight. Can't wait for him. Of course, he's the king of the one-liners and the king of the name badges. He's got about 12 of them, folks. The dog whisperer, the dog spotter, the director. That's just the pleasant ones. Logan Fraser list now. 2 away here. Bottom of the 6 innings. Puts it on a 3-hit gem tonight. One of those hits going to Logan Fraser list. His brother Dylan batting behind him next has picked up the other. And of course, Caleb Verona back in the 5th innings with a key hit, driving the designated runner Jackson Gerbes for the difference in the scoreline here today. This one's up. Centre fielder Wharepari will take that as bread and butter. That'll do us through 6 complete. Last chance, Charlie, for the Northcote Gold side in the top of the 7th. Can they undo this gem of a game from Dylan Fraser-List? 16 strikeouts. 16 through 6 innings so far. Top of the 7th coming up next.
Try a trade. Try welding, plumbing, carpentry. Try automated trade skills, material fabrication, electrical. Try painting, try tiling. Try a trade. Starting this month, a 7-week program in partnership with Weldtech and Whitireia. Uncover your passion for a future career. Open to all ages. Register your interest today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the music is pumping here as we go into the top of the 7th innings. The closer music from the New York Mets, Diaz, is playing for Dylan Fraser-List. because he's been shutting the doors left, right and centre all the way through this match. 6 scoreless innings he's trying, Fraser List. 16 strikeouts today from the 18 outs in the game. The only other 2 outs is a ground ball to third base and a fly ball to second base. Every other batter has got on base either by a hit pitch or a walk, 2 of each. That's it. Fraser List throwing one of the best games of his life here tonight. Ryan Love will lead off first here against him, be followed by Moana Hibbert and Morgan Ngatana Wihongi. 1, 2 and 3 here against the masterful Fraser List. Ryan Solid leading 1-0. They scored that in the bottom of the 5th innings. The designated runner Gerbes at second base. And the shortstop, Caleb Runner, drives one to centre field to plate. The difference in the game offensively. Just missing the top of the zone. That'll fill the count now on Love. Ryan Love today, strikeout Vickham in the 2nd innings. Then a hit by pitch in the 4th innings. And he laces one and he breaks it. Legging it out for a second. And he is safe, Ryan Love. The no-hitter is broken here in the 7th innings as Love extends his arms to push one to the off-field and then off to the races. Dedicated. He knows I've got a chance for a double off the bat. Turns the corner, turns the jets. And off he goes here, Love. It's a close play at second base as well, as you'll see right here. Foot first, tag second. Ryan Love leads off exactly the way the Gold Zone needs here in the top of the 7th innings. Scoring position with no outs. First hit of the ball game coming in the 7th innings. Dylan Fraser List had a no-hitter going. The only blemish on the perfecto was the 2 walks and the 2 hit by pitch. Still got a shutout going. Looking for the victory here tonight, Fraser List. Moana Hibbert watches that one come inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. A quick shout out to Dale Wagner from Canada. Mentions you can see a few of his ISA boys, tour boys, watching from Canada. Go hard, fellas. Great to have you along, Dale. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Moana Hibbert bends his back. Fraser List trying to clip his way out of this one. Fraser List steps back. Here comes the 2-2. Rise ball in the hands will go foul over the stadium. Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. Been a great opening day. Garden Bar will be open between the 2 diamonds here, Freeman Field and Level Off. Freeman Field Diamond 1, Level Off Field Diamond 2. And also the club rooms will be pumping over in the distance behind left field, home run distance. Karaoke tonight, I believe. And Fraser List pumps one down the edge. 17 strikeouts. That brings up the bat now. Morgan Ngatana Wihongi. Hit by pitch. Back in the 2nd innings. Strikeout victim in the 4th. And going for 3, and he's safe. He is safe. Ryan Love willing himself into scoring position 60 feet away. Chancing his arm. Finding a way to get close to levelling this ball game in the top of the 7th innings. Morgan Ngatana Wihongi now. Swings at a drop ball over the top. In the hole, 0-2. A lot of batters have been in the hole against Fraser List today. Running bunt. They throw to one, and Fraser List is tidy with the defense as well. Now 1 out away from a complete game shutout for the hurler for the Maroon side, Dylan Fraser List. Ryan Love has wheeled himself to third base. Lead off the innings with a double to left field. Is Gabe Wharepoti now. First pitch to him grabs the edge of the tram line. Petrie Parner behind the dish. Logan calling for the lifter. Oh, curves it in like a gem. Bends it like Beckhamish. Fraser List, 1 strike away from a complete game victory. Fraser List. Drop ball outside. Infield drawn in. Trying to defeat the speed of Wharepoti from the left side of the batter's box. 1-2 now the count. Rise ball, good eye by Wharepoti. Levels the count now. Fraser List, 17 strikeouts on the day. Looking to punch out number 18 and get the victory. 2-2 count. Drop on the dirt, saved by the catcher, Logan. Brother, oh brother. Fuller's been good today defensively at third base, the young man. Full count, 2 down, top of the 7th. Chance to close it out here for Fraser List. And Wharepoti will draw the walk, head down to first base. So the gold side now has got them cornered. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, that'll bring up the head coach of the Maroon side, Callum Ryan, for a chat here with his superstar pitcher, Dylan Fraser List, and the rest of the infield side. Dylan Fraser List has thrown the game of his lifetime here today on week 6 of competition of the Pure Athletic Championship Premier Men's Division. The Garden Bar has been treated to a special one here today. Roosters Red took on Roosters Black on level off field today. Got the victory over there at 4:30. Hibiscus Coast blanked East Coast Base 4-0 here on Freeman Field earlier today in the Premier Division. Didn't catch up with the Falcons Waitakere Bears game earlier on level off field. I'm sure that would have been close. Waiting in the wings, the Bandits, current holders of the shield that they'll play for in the NFS competition. We're going to bring you that game to the best of our ability in the next time slot for you. Just spare a thought, the crew's been going since 9 a.m. this morning, so they're going to need a break. We may even get a chance to go home at some stage. Quinton Lynch now, good game going on here. 1 out to play with, 2 runners on. Shows bunt, pulls it back. They'll take their time. Josh Kingy, stand-in coach at third base. Wharepoti green light to go from first base, surely. And he goes this time. Yes, he does, down to second base. We'll see that with their shot. There you go. So, 2 runners in scoring position here. Quinton Lynch can change the shape of this game with 1 hit. Both runners are lightning quick. Shapes with the bunt. Does he pull it back, though? They'll check with third base umpire. No, he didn't. Strike indeed. So, 2 balls and 1 strike. The groans from the crowd. Ryan Love's been good in the 7th innings. Led off with a double to left field. Made his way to third base, stole a bag, and time called here As Callum Ryan will come out for another chat. And he'll just be careful here because if it's his second conference in the innings, he may have to make a change. Just making sure defensively they are aligned correctly. We'll just get that overhead shot to see a defensive pattern of this Northcote Maroon side as they're trying to shut it out. They always talk about the 21st out, the most hardest to get. We've got 22 of them so far. Dylan Fraser-List trying to get that last out of the ball game. Runners on 2 and 3. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Quinton Lynch. 1 out away from victory for the Maroon side. Ground ball, third baseman's there. The throw, it's good. And they do it. The Northcote Maroon side on the back of a gem from Dylan Fraser-List. 18 strikeouts on the day. A special game and a 1-hitter complete game shutout from Fraser-List today. 3 hits in the ball game, 1 going to both Fraser-List brothers, but the key hit going to Caleb Rona in the 5th innings to drive in the designated runner Jackson Gerbes for the victory here today. 1-0, Maroon beat Gold. A repeat of last year's grand final. They've marked their little mark in the dirt, haven't they? Preparation as they march through this season. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. It's been our pleasure to bring it to you. Don't go anywhere. Bonus coverage coming up. NFS Premier Woman, Roosters taking on the Bandits, 2 North Harbour teams. We're going to share the love and bring you that game as well. Kia ora koutou katoa. It's been my pleasure. On behalf of the crew of Summer Gotta Go today, we've had Ignacio Gatti up on camera today. Troy and Reece Duncan doing the camera work today, been simply outstanding. Mrs. Gerbes on the scoreboard today. Tamara Mayer has joined us in production, done outstanding. Of course, the director, the dog spotter, the dog whisperer, the badge master. He's been good today. Matt Jordan up and Jason Gerbes, Chopper. We'll see you for the Premier Women's match-up coming up soon. We'll be back with some more action. Kia ora koutou katoa.